All in favor? I need a motion to approve the minutes, the July 6th revised and the July 25th budget meeting.
Do you want them all at once or one at a time?
I think all at once would be fine.
All right. And by the way, thanks for sending them out.
Rex,
Second.
all in favor? Okay, we need the approval of the 2023 provisional budget.
That's what we did the last time, I just didn't make a motion to have everybody approve it.
Yeah,
23.
24s.
24, yeah, you did.
I'm sorry.
it's a 24. Rex,
No, I ain't gonna second. You two guys are good with it. You can do it.
I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Okay. Public input, is there any?
Yeah, there's two.
I know, I voted against last year. But I got more than $50.
I'm not sure where else we could go.
Need some one-on-one. One of those guys is down leaving before they have to have this done.
Yeah.
Please.
Sherry Knipling.
First of all, I would like to see the camera turned around to show our commission in action rather than the audience. Having said that, the next thing I'd like to talk about is respect. Mr. Larson gave us a little talk on respect about the first time he came out here. And at the past two commissioner meetings, there have been several snide comments referring to the fact that Rex did not attend the training for county officials. In my opinion, this does not exhibit the professionalism I would like to see from our commissioners. There are also references to the turmoil within the courthouse personnel in the meetings, which should not be. And if you expect the staff to get along and respect one another, then you need to set a good example for them. Training is fine, but I doubt that they teach you to treat your peers like this. And it does not elevate you enough to take cheap shots at your fellow commissioners. That just makes you look petty. The audience is expected to be respectful and abide by the rules, and the least that we can expect is that you do the same. It is shameful that this needs to be said. In addition, this budget, if that budget ends up getting adopted with no more cutting than there has been, I urge you to use all caution when spending those funds, or we are going to be in a world of hurt next year, because we cannot count on the state bailing us out. They just don't do that.
Thank you. Ron?
Yeah, I'd like to, each of you take a piece of paper and a pencil. I'm gonna give you about 4 or 5 things. Your budget this year is $1,333,885. Your fiscal year 22 land tax that was paid is $1,388,830.
Say that again.
What?
Say it again, please.
$1,388,830.
That's what the schools, is that what the school?
Now, that's just before anybody touches it. Now, I used a figure of 80% countywide that would go to the schools. I may be off a little bit on that, but in Arlington, it's 81%. I don't know what it is for Western Springs. We'll have to see with that. But anyhow, with 80% of it going to the schools, that's $1,133,830. $111,064. The county's share of that is $277,766. Now you take that and compare it to what you got in your budget up there, you're gonna be going pretty damn deep into the reserves. Because you got a roughly $1 million more difference.
You can't spend the budget though. You cannot spend the budget.
Spend the budget, what do you mean?
Well, you can't spend, the budget's set up so that things get covered, but you can't go out and spend that whole budget.
Well, I'm not, that's what I'm trying to get at, Lloyd. That's what you got in the budget. Now, what you do with that, what I'm saying is you got a major problem, about $1 million one.
Which I'm not gonna disagree. However,
Okay,
we can't go in and cut, we cannot go in and cut wages. Can't do it. It's illegal. It's against the law. They're set. You can't go down. You can only go up. And again, we are doing the best that we can. And the 200,000 is a little off because it's about 500,000.
I want you to prove me wrong.
So,
200 from the county share.
and I'm not gonna try and prove you wrong, Ron. I'm beyond that
I'm not
anymore.
trying to start an argument here. What I'm saying is you got
Yeah.
a problem and I don't know what the devil you're gonna do about it.
We know.
You know what you're gonna do?
No, we know we have a problem. And when you can find the solution, you come to me and give it to me. We've got 1,860 residents in the state of or in the county of Buffalo. Of those, approximately, I'm waiting for the final number from Janice, 10% pay the taxes, pay the land taxes. We've got 0 businesses, 0, none, that we can get any help from. You tell me what the answer is. You want to cut all this stuff, which is fine, but where are you going to start? Let's just close the whole county down.
I'm
There's
gonna-
not a county going to take us, not one.
I'm not gonna get a big argument with you. That's your job, the commissioners.
That's right, it is, and we're trying.
Don't sit and argue with me then.
Well, don't point your finger and tell me I am
not
wrong.
pointing fingers. I'm pointing fingers at people that are budgeting too darn much.
So, and there are grants out there that we don't know that are coming in and that we do know that are coming in that aren't in that budget as of yet.
Fine, get them in there.
So,
I'm wide open. Show me where I'm wrong.
But can I get you to admit that this isn't the first budget year this has happened? How many years, Mr. Luder?
Well, we never spent the
I know
budget.
it, but.
You
we
can't
do
even
this every
spend
year.
50%
I
of
hear
it.
you. I hear you, so it's not like this is the first year this come along. They
Uh,
finally
You gotta go to those trainings and understand how a budget is done and why it's done the way it is. That's the first problem.
Due diligence, you're gonna run.
so, all right, let's move on. Highway Superintendent Tanner.
Gas, ethanol at 346. Number 2, dyed at 350. Total oil.
Can I get a motion to approve the fuel bids?
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Okay.
Okay.
Some of the, I'll show you on part of it, but we've been getting done blading and putting some culverts in, redoing a road. I'll show you here. I kind of got pictures.
Which one? You want that?
There is roughly 300,000 in state funds that go to the highway department. Roughly, that's pretty much every year.
There's a difference of 200-some-thousand. You'd get that out of the land tax.
No, from the state grants to the highway department.
It's called step funds of the state.
Isn't there, you know.
Yes.
It's roughly close to 300. That's
It's-
pretty steady every
It's
year. I
two,
mean, it-
290 or something this year, 290 something.
So I mean,
So this is up, this is a road that's been washing, this is just some stuff, projects we worked on, it's a culvert. That's what it looked like, we had to haul in clay, reshape it, and we hauled in rock, rip wrap it, this is on the downhill side, so I hope it stays. But there's one. How do I get back?
Just click your name there, because I made a, yeah. Then there's your subfolders, so. There you go.
Another little project, culverts, just the way I do them. In an approach, I'll cut them out the best I can with the blade, and then we'll bring the loader in and lay everything in. There's finished product. This is up Lee's Corner, Prairie Chicken Road, whatever you want to call it. The road, this is the breakup in that road. It's got huge sinkholes, soft spots. I don't know if anybody's drove it, but it's junk. That picture there, the ridge, I'm down in the bottom of it, and it's just about to my knee. That's how deep the holes are in that road. It's flat.
What road is that, Tanner?
Lee's Corner going north.
Huh?
Lee's Corner going north,
Okay. Up on the old highway.
and that's the wonderful ground that we're working with. It's black. So I ripped it up. We use the Scafire on this, so if you're wondering how that happens, we use the ripper. Ripped it all up. Went out on the bottom. There's about an inch and a half of gravel on the road. There's about a foot on the shoulders in the grass. So I never hauled one bit of gravel on it. It's just pictures of it kind of coming to shape, but that's after a week of about 3 inches of rain. Some of these are over. There's the finished product. That's what it looks like roughly when we were done. We did all 8 miles of it. This is coming off the Reed Heights Road. Never got very good before pictures, but we had to pull them in because when they put gravel on it, they just did it over top of the wheel tracks that were this deep. So I pulled it in to try to, because the gravel kept washing away. That's our mulcher in action. Takes the windrow and the grass and just like a tiller, like you till your garden.
did you get anything? Talk to them about why they?
He's calling me back, which was yesterday. That's what it looks like now, and we put in a culvert. And this one goes Kittywampus, and there's a reason that ledge is there. It's because it's going down a hill, and that's to stop it and get the water across. Them are, some of the extra projects we've been doing besides regular junk, blading and all that stuff, so. The signs, I have no say-so in what goes in or what don't go in. It's a government program and it's by the book. So I talk to them, and when they get taken out, I guess they get taken out. Here's what it is.
Just hope they get them in the right spot.
Now, they can't be in the wrong because they're all over.
They got some that they're at the wrong end of the hill.
Like this. Let's see. Okay, I gave Don this estimate, that rock crossing deal. So I talked to a guy, he come out and looked at it. He gave me his recommendations, and that's what's on his estimate. I've talked to the state. They are all for this plan. And if we did do it, this is what it consists of. It's, he's gonna reclaim the rock that's ran down the creek. Bunch of oversized, he'll bury that. Be kind of a base. There's gonna be 3 24-inch culverts, plastic, going across there. Then he's gonna take the concrete that's there, and he's gonna crush it. So it's more like riprap and will lock together. He's gonna put it over top, he's gonna lay fabric, and then he'll put another layer over top. The idea is the 3 culverts will handle any normal rain, I guess I'll call it. And then when the big 4-incher comes, we're hoping all that concrete, because it's more like riprap, it'll lock together and not wash away. And that's his plan anyway.
Was it gonna dig into the bed of the creek?
He will some to put that, that's where he'll use the bigger rock and the oversized and stuff. That'll be buried and that'll make that base, so otherwise it's gonna roll away.
We have found the resolution with the tribe, so it is fine to do with the tribe. Jeremy Thomas, we've had no luck. This bid came in less.
Tanner, one question on that, where you're gonna use that crush stuff. What do you got on the out on the downstream end?
It'll all be crushed from my
On
understanding.
hold?
That's why they wanna use the crush versus the rock.
That's
Cause they
what-
said the rock will roll away like it did somewhere along the lines that was used, I don't know.
I'm saying is you get big enough rock to hold it, then put your smaller rock below it, then you got a chance of holding it.
They do, they're gonna put
I bet-
big rock in and then this crushed. It's gonna be about a 3-layer deal type of thing,
Yeah.
where they do something different,
Biggest problem you got is the outlet side of it. That's the one that will go first.
yeah.
And that's where you need to barricade everything you can there.
And they're gonna have something in front to try to slow that big one down, just so your culverts have more of a chance to help you to take the overflow that's going over. At least it'll be slowed down to 100 mile an hour instead of 2.
Fabric is supposed to help all this
Yeah,
problem
the
too,
fabric
as far
is-
as swirling around the backside.
So is this the Larson Bridge you're
No,
No, this
that
is that rock
slab.
crossing, that slab.
Oh, shit.
I mean, there's nothing been ever 100% on that deal. And this is coming in at 24/7,
And he'll bring his
24,000.
own crusher in, and he's gonna crush right there. He's got a portable crusher. He'll do everything right there on site.
Does this have to be bid?
Nope, it does not have to be bid. It's under 50,000. We do not have to bid it.
And I did talk to Lee, that runs the gravel pit out of the tribe, and he is more than happy to help in any way he can.
And
I think
that's,
they increased those bids too, correct, to
It's
100,000.
now, as of
Yeah,
July
So we could
1st.
go to 100.
but it's, Danita found the resolution that was originally done back when we started this, and Ralph was gonna do it, and then he couldn't get it done, so then we bid it, Jeremy Thomas was gonna do it, and that never got done, and he won't answer any phone calls or text messages, and this guy's got the availability to do it this fall,
This fall.
yes.
This fall, yep, he'll do it yet this fall.
So,
And he has a good relationship with Lee too. He does a lot of work with him already, so he knows him well.
Mr. Fleischman.
mhm. So
So what do we need them to do?
I suppose we need a motion to accept this bid and go on, or deny it and come up with another idea.
I can get in the job. I don't know. I said, I don't mind him getting a job, but is it a bid though? Because just accept it. It's for one person.
We can because it's under 100,000.
I'll second it. Hopefully it works.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Tanner, motion passed.
Okay.
Yeah, Feisner gravel and excavation.
Can you get me that information too? So I have it in file.
Yep. And,
Here's your
okay. And these are just some trucks I've been looking at. There's 2 options. One's cheaper end, one's more spendy. The spendier one comes with plow and a wing. And less miles and 10 years newer. You guys come up with
So
it.
for the other one, you would put a plow on it or?
The other one, yeah, we'd have to find a
What,
plow with sand.
what is the estimate on selling hours?
Just from what I've looked at, anywhere from 25 to 35, I would expect.
Okay, thank you.
It's a good truck, it just, be nice to have a year-round truck.
That we could use for more things.
Yeah.
We could also mount the sprayer,
Sprayer in the back of it. Use that to spray with.
and part of that could come out of the weed budget, I would. Yeah. Well, right, but I mean to put the deal on or whatever.
And neither of them I have looked at by any means.
Pardon me?
I said I haven't looked at any of those, I've just made phone calls.
Uh-huh. Where are they at?
Oh, both in Iowa, of course.
Does the state have any available?
Now, they did, we got 1 month to buy anything off the state in June, which is done with. And when I was looking on there, everybody knows this game better than I do, because when it's on there, if it's a good truck, it's gone that day.
Okay,
Because you click a button and they send you county a bill.
okay. I didn't have
And then
any,
the only thing that was left was 6x6s, and as nice as they'd be to have, it's a lot of problems too with all the mechanical up front, so.
okay.
And they will have an auction coming up, but I haven't seen nothing on there that I think ain't rusted out or junked out.
Okay.
So that's that. I think that's all I got anyway.
Okay, thank you, Tanner. Lee,
First of all, I think you'll see a voucher for the chemical that we got from Nutrien. And that was dated after July 1st. I've got the grant application, so I'll turn that in. But we should pay the Nutrien invoice. It's in voucher, I guess, so. And that was for the chemical that we've gotten so far. Let's see, I've got a proposal for the auditor computer upgrade. And that is, and I don't think we need to vote on it because I think we've already budgeted for $2,617.30 for the upgrade. I'll leave that there.
Like an actual computer
Yeah,
and
yeah.
your software.
Yeah. Both, I think. Well, they'll load everything. We've been doing them all about every 4 years, so I think we talked about that last time during the budget meeting. The only other thing I have is a little unfinished business. I got the minutes. We had approved a camera for inside the courthouse, and I just want to verify. I did, and maybe we talked about this, but I did reach out to Onsite. So a camera inside the courthouse is $1,948.50. I don't know if we talked about this or not, but
Yeah, I think they approved it. It was that whole big part with somebody wanted after that executive session that you guys had, they wanted to put a camera in.
I thought you
We
were
did
supposed
buy
to check on prices.
well,
Well, we did find a night, and
it's an Arlo camera. We do have an Arlo camera. Instead of 2,000, we can spend 200 and I can put it up.
I think it was less than that. I mean, it was 130.
Yeah, it's in there. But the camera's here, so we can do that, but I need to know where we want to go with it, just a general shot of a hallway. Is that what we're looking for?
I think so.
Okay.
You got the Arlo, the cheaper ones?
Yeah, they make a couple different versions of them, but this is kind of the standard indoor-outdoor Arlo camera. I use them. I've got 2 of them. So considerably cheaper than the on-site. So. And inside it uses wireless, so connection will be no problem. So and I'll just do a general shot of the hallway.
Yeah.
And just to follow up, there's no trust issues within the courthouse, so I feel better spending 200 versus 2,000.
Well, I think it
Reason
would,
because-
I think it would be a great safety issue with the thing, the way this world is right now, to have that in there, you know.
We can right up out here, and we can get a shot of the whole hallway, so that's what we wanna do, that's what I will do. I'll set it up.
What's that, go to your telephone?
Desktop, cell phone. I've got one that uses wireless, and then I've also got one that uses data on them as well. And it's worked very good. They're a good camera, so
Yeah, I've heard good things about it.
I can get us by a little cheaper,
Cheaper.
2,000 if we want to. And that camera's here, so. Okay, I'll put that one up then.
Okay,
Yep.
all right,
That's all I have.
okay, thank you. Well,
Did you use all the chemical or was there some?
No, there's still some for rough for fall,
Next to easement.
or whatever.
That's, we got almost every road.
This is the address of Chin. And those, okay. Those two both say. They won't say they're IHF. This is
Okay.
not IHF, it says Chin.
Okay. There were 3 hospitalizations. This one, like he's saying, says Chamberlain, but it came here, so I put all of them in here. So if you guys could just check those out. Notifications, right?
Two of them say they're
Yeah.
IHS eligible, the one says it's not IHS eligible, says it had the Chamberlain address.
So that don't pertain at all to us.
Well,
I've got people that
probably
are
not,
bad
unless we have the
nature.
address wrong.
One address.
Yeah.
These generally are not bills anywhere, they're
These
just
are-
notices. They're just notices.
this one is, oh, okay.
Both of those guys get a check out for it.
Mm. Revelation,
You guys are either
okay, treasurer auditor report.
Yep, I put them both here. We do not have this month's, last
Right.
month's, the end of the month done. So as soon as I do, I will get Ron's report and my reports all put together. But you won't see it until next month, because we won't have a meeting until then. So, but I put on here, I think I got May and June.
Yeah.
On these, so just so you guys know that they are matching.
Yep.
And those are copies of those in the folder in the back over there as well. Then the Register of Deeds report. We did in June, 129 recordings, and there was a total of $154.25. So you'll see that report on there as well.
Okay.
And I'll take those
Yep.
hospitalizations back, so I can find them. So for the auditor, that's all I have for that. I put on your stuff there too, there should be one that's for trainings. And I put on their Labor Day as well.
Mhm.
September 4th is a holiday,
Yeah.
so I'll put a notice out on the doors and on the website. The courthouse will be closed the 4th. And then, go ahead.
I think I got a notice, an email from Chris that if we're planning on going to the state convention to let you know this month,
Okay,
so they'd have a count, and I plan on going.
So that's the September 12th
Yep.
to 13th, okay?
I probably won't need a room. I've got a sister that lives there.
Okay. So we went ahead, took care of the, do we need to make the motion for the day off? I don't remember if we
Is
did
it-
or not.
Is it in
Yeah.
our,
No,
Okay.
it shouldn't have to, because it should be in our handbook.
So then the upcoming trainings though, so the commissioners and all the employees, there's August 9th. I sent everybody that in their emails. You got your email? Okay. So that's a district meeting. I think, who's the gal? Rhymes. Who's your Chamberlain person? Rebecca Reimer?
Yeah,
She's gonna be there, I believe. So,
gonna be where?
at that district
September, the
night.
Southeast
Next
Central
Wednesday.
District, I
Yep,
sent
next
everybody that. So,
No, I'm gonna be in Sioux Falls,
I plan on going.
okay,
and I'm not gonna be at the convention because I'll be out of state.
okay. So then we have Tanner is going to, in October, so I thought if we could just maybe get these three taken care of, and we can add you to that one then as well. So Tanner's gonna be the highway convention, Wayne Willman will be at the sheriff's convention, and then I would like to go to the county convention, and Dawn then said she would like to go as well. So if we can make motions to approve those.
I'm also going to go to the next legislative hearing on the 16th up in Pier.
Okay.
So. So we need a motion to,
I'll make a motion to go to the meetings. Can I ask a question here?
Mhm.
We turned a weed sample in to Lee on this Palmer that posted identified it. What's happening there?
The sample, I sent it on to Brenda. I haven't heard anything back yet. I'll reach out to her and find out where that's at.
Is everybody aware of what's going on here?
Pardon?
Is everybody aware of what's happening here? See, 2 years ago, the county commissioners voted Palmer as a noxious weed, and nobody followed up on it. And the gal from the state said you gotta have DNA test. Well, couldn't find anywhere for a DNA test, so we sent it to North Dakota. They positively identified it. You get on the USDA site, which I would suspect our weed supervisor is probably knowledgeable on this. And the only way you need a DNA test on Palmer is with the seed. Because the seed is coming in on commercial livestock feed, coming in on, and that's what USDA, they require a plant, you don't need a DNA test on a plant. The Palmer plant is easy to identify. There are several species of pigweed, that's just one. There's only 2 species of pigweed that's hairless. And that's Palmer and a spiny amaranth. And Palmer is the only one that's got a little hair growing out the tip of its leaf. So Palmer, any agronomist out there, and you talk to the seed companies, you talk to the chemical companies, it's taking over the country. And we got it bad because we see where wildlife is coming in, that's where we got it. And we got it in some sunflower fields, it's had 5 different applications to spray against it. It's been mowed down, and in 3 weeks, it's about 3 foot tall again, it's starting to head out. I mean, it's a super aggressive weed. And we can't just sit back and ignore it. That you can drive down Nebraska, and the soybean fields are covered with it. Nobody knows what to do with it. The commercial soybean people are hiring people to walk their fields with it. It gets a chemical resistance almost overnight. Like I said, we threw 5 different rates of chemical at it.
Yep.
And it's hurting it, but it's not killing it. And so,
Is it mostly down in your area down there? or you
well,
have
it's kind of all over. Rural County's got it bad. Yeah, we got it, like I said, it's wherever wildlife is,
spreads?
it's coming in. And kind of side effect of this, USDA in 2019 and 2020 under Conservation Reserve Seed Program, they furnished seed all over the United States that was contaminated with Palmer. So, if there's a USDA site out there, look it up, and they tell you how to identify it, they tell you what, and nobody knows what to do to stop it. And it will take a crop out. I got some plants in the back of my pickup, I'll show Lee, and these been sprayed, like I said, 5 different times, they grew through it, and they're bushy. And it's like, only the female produces seed, and they grow a little tiny, it's easy to identify. If you grab a hold of the plant and it's prickly, that's a female. If it's smooth, that's male. So when the state says you gotta have a DNA sample, they're behind the game. So that's.
Can you talk to her about that?
When's our next meeting?
And when I sent that to North Dakota, they put up a red flag.
Bring Brenda down,
They,
or that guy from Brookings,
and the USDA site
or at least get him on.
wants, if you identify it, and they want to know where it's at. So far, we haven't put in and said Buffalo County's got it yet, because I don't know what's gonna happen if we do.
When was
What do they recommend to do?
Nobody knows. Rotation, the soybean guys are gonna go to corn for 3 years in a row. They had some luck putting heavy rates of aspartame, but it's getting.
It's lentils, so you can do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it come out of the desert southwest is where it originated from, so it's a hardy plant to start with.
A good place. Don't get rain up here.
Okay.
And we've seen it now for about 3 years down there, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
Missouri is where it really started doing that.
What's that?
Wasn't it Missouri where it really got started as far as farm ground?
Yeah, southeast United States is, where, and then they said, the cottonseed cake is where it started coming up. But the first case in South Dakota was identified like 5 years ago in eastern Buffalo County.
Okay.
So what do the other people do? They're burning it or what?
If you pull it and leave it lay in the field, it will re-root by itself from the plant. Yeah, they recommend you pull it, pile it up and burn it. We, like I said, we go around when we take rotary mowers and stuff and cut it down to ground level in 3 weeks, 2-3 foot tall, to grow 4 to 6 inches a day. And in that period of time, it's already shooting ahead.
I suppose even if you burn it.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter, 'cause it-
No, it's-
Okay, I need Rex has got a motion, Benita seconded for the trainings and meetings.
Can, you think maybe you can make that September 13th commissioner meeting? You got a lot of good training there, Rex, a lot of those questions you have.
No, it's in Sioux Falls.
You're gonna have other departments there.
maybe we should do approval for everybody that wants to go, yeah.
Yeah, just
And
make it,
it'll be a blank one, but I'm just encouraging him to go. I would go, but I'm gonna be in a minute.
It's in Sioux Falls, or
Yeah.
you're talking the,
Yeah,
I'll get you the
and you'll have an
information.
agenda. They're pretty good, Rex. So
Try.
the motion is a blanket one, you don't have to.
Yep.
If you come, you can get the award.
um,
If you come, you can come up and get the award.
all in favor,
I don't go for the
Aye.
celebrity stuff.
motion passed. Do we have anything that we need to go into executive session for?
That was you. I don't.
Okay. All right, need to approve the
Let me
vouchers.
see if she's got this printout. If not, here's this portion of it. But I'll get a printout for you too here in a second. Those were the ones that got left from the last one.
They-
Just Dawn needs to sign those.
Yeah, they were approved, we just need to sign them, they were. Oh. Those are just the insurance and stuff that we approved, but had to go.
Here's these instead, right? If you'd rather look at all this.
You're all done on there.
I'll get you one just like it.
Not sure. Here we go, figures.
And here's this one, Janita, it's the same as what Dawn has right here now.
What kind of signs are you putting up on that?
See,
Oh, there, I mean,
Minimum.
pretty close.
So I'll have some with it, no location, blade or something.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to fill in
We have
holes.
numbers in 4 years. That is our problem.
I'm just making a comment. Where was it? That spreadsheet that you guys.
Fire cooking.
Best way, that gives you a perfect opportunity to monitor where you're at and how you're coming along. It's all on there. You know, it is something that's just derived and you can look good for it.
I didn't use the Tupsi.
Do you know what the general budget was? It was.
Good.
What kind of fire equipment did we get?
That's our.
Hannah, what type of fire equipment did you get?
Fire extinguishers for everything.
Good point.
Fire extinguishers, first aid kits, and a kit to put the first
For the
aid.
vehicles and stuff, yeah.
That was so, we've really updated it so that we have that safety training, or safety thing, so we can get them.
Yeah, that,
Safety benefits.
It's just like,
I know
You can have them.
ambulance is gonna be upgrading their radios. I'm sure that is sheriff, you know, I don't know what kind of ham radios you have. But your
Sorry, I can't hear you.
ambulance over it. Upgrading all of their radios. Over digital, we are all analog, so.
Oh, they're analog over there?
No, they're digital.
No, but their old ones are, or they're all digital now?
They're all digital. I don't know if we have any.
I need a motion to approve the vouchers.
I'll move to approve.
Okay.
Reduce cost, you know.
Yep.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next commissioners meeting is September 5th.
So we would be off the 4th, so it'd be the 5th. So I'd want all
Tuesday.
those, I'll send you guys all the agendas and stuff before that, so that I can post it before, okay.
Okay. I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to adjourn.
All in, or,
I second.
all in favor?
Thank you.
I will make a comment again, we're adjourned and off record. You know, we're talking about all this training, there's 14 counties in the state involved that you went to meeting about a month ago or so. And I wonder how many of those employees went to all these training sessions. Maybe we're a unique county. You said 10% of the taxpayers pay the taxes. Maybe we should be going 100% what the state is recommending that we do. So there's other counties, you know, they got in trouble doing something. You know, little common sense has got to come in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
But if you're a new individual, it's kind of nice to get to know what's going on. And then you wouldn't waste all the time coming in asking questions if you go to the training.
But how about other counties go insolvent, you know?
Yeah, but other counties, we only got one individual per department, you know, those guys at least have somebody to keep the office open, so.
But their workload is bigger. Our workload.
You still have to
is
do,
most other counties.
essentially, you still have to do the same
Same
paperwork
work.
that they do. We just do it maybe a small, we still have to do the paperwork, even levies and stuff like that. Maybe it isn't the same as
More townships.
as Sioux
more-
Falls has, because Sioux Falls also has 14 people to
But they
do
got-
that,
but they got a whole lot more taxpayers.
by far,
Lot more riveting.
so. But we still have to do, the same paperwork is what they do.
Same thing, just less of it.
So,
Well, and it make you talk about taxpayers, but when you talk about counties, they don't tell them how many taxpayers you have in that county. They ask you how many residents, because when you do for one, you have to do for all.
Yeah.
So We try to be conservative.
Right.
Did you want me to have stuff for your?
Oh, no, but I think I'm good. I just needed that name.
Okay, and I have, for the budget, I'll send that to you shortly too, so you can put that, we have to put it twice.
I got it.
The whole thing once and then the notes. Yeah.
I'll probably send it all.
They're really-
This is
Blood test.
Yeah.
Looks like a
Because that's what we do. We'll come in and say, just take notes and stuff.
What's that? No, on behavioral.
Send either as an
Yeah.
Excel.
See this one here?
I don't know which one.
Medical, legal, legal.
Yeah.